Winner's Corner. And what you're going to see tonight is, that, as you guys see here, why are you guys here? 3 smarter ways to significantly improve flexibility and strength without stretching. Right? When you hear the first word flexibility, what do you think of?
Flexible.
Flexible, but how do you get that? They say, you hear it all the time, stretch more, stretch more, stretch more, right? If you hold the stretch longer, you go more into it, right? We're going to go more in depth of what's going on and what muscles do, right? Okay, I'm David Rubin. I started as a personal trainer. I had my eyes open when I moved to New York City, Equinox Fitness Club, and I was completely amazed on what the knowledge they had. I was just used to just throwing weights around, counting my reps, and I got completely exposed to a new environment, and that's where everything started. I started understanding that there's so much more to this fitness than just the counting of the reps. So that's where I got exposed to. Long story short, had 3 shoulder surgeries two shoulder surgeries in 2008. That's when I wanted to learn more about my body, and that's when I met Suzanne, who actually runs this place, and learned about muscle activation techniques, learned about more muscles, and learned about what they actually do and how everything matters. So that is what we're going to talk about. That's what I'm passionate about, is actually understanding what the body can do and what the muscles do, and that's what we do here. I've been partnered up with Joe. I've been super fortunate to be around him and learn from him, so I'm thankful for that opportunity and just coming together and giving you guys the best information for you guys to want to be better, and that's what we're doing. So that's why we have the Winner's Corner. I'm Winners Fitness, Joe's Cornerstone Strength and Fitness, and I'll let him talk a little bit about him.
So my name's Joe Mabe, and I created Cornerstone Strength and Fitness around the same time that David created his Winners Fitness, because we went through the muscle activation techniques program together. Prior to that, we both had knowledge and experience as personal trainers. I've been a personal trainer since 2007. I worked at the YMCA and I did kind of like regular personal training. And back in 2012, I was exposed to muscle activation techniques through a friend and did a little bit more research about it. Lo and behold, there was a program coming, so I went to it. That's a year-long program. Now compare that to, say, a weekend course that you can get to be a personal trainer, and that'll give you kind of some perspective as to how in-depth they go with the muscular system, where muscles are, what muscles do. That, as David said, is a big eye-opener. It's a big, oh my gosh, I don't know anything type of a moment. And and hopefully, honestly, that experience continues to happen. I never want to reach the point where I feel like I know it all. But I do know that I'm so much further along than when I started my journey, and I know much, much more about what the muscles do and what they don't do, what the muscular system is capable of, and how to train people properly because of the experience that I've had. So we'll give it back over to David and we'll get started.
Here we go. 3 smarter ways. Are you ready? Try to figure this out. So who here has spent time stretching and not seen the results, right? Has anybody ever had a tight muscle, right? Tight something, and you actually stretch it, and you had to almost repeat stretching it, right? They're like, well, just do more, or you're not doing it enough, or you're not, go harder, go deeper into it, right? So you've seen these results, right? This could be why. So what we're going to do, how many have been on a camping field trip before? Anybody go camping? So what we're going to do right now is we're actually going to go camping, right? Because is it possible to improve flexibility without stretching? Let's think about this for a minute. So we know a muscle. A muscle is attached to 2 bones, right? So if we have 2 bones, right, this is what a muscle does. They pull 2 bones closer together, and that's what we call a muscle contraction, right? It's still going to pull 2 bones closer, and all it's going to do is return to its position. So a muscle is only doing one thing. It can actually shorten, which is concentric contraction. It can do an isometric hold, where there's no motion, and then it can return to its length overpowering, which is what we call an eccentric contraction. So the word that I kept repeating is contraction. A muscle only knows how to contract. So I want you to think about that. It's actually bringing 2 points closer together and doing something like this. So we know a muscle contracts. So now we're going to go camping, okay? We're going to go the weather is actually amazing right now. So we're going to be looking straight down on my tent pole. All right, so you guys can see that we're looking straight down, and we have 6 strings going into the ground. So we're still looking from above, and you can see each string is equal distance away from that center. Right? So everything is doing its job. And what we have is 3 pounds of force on each string.
For those of you who are visual challenged, this is kind of what he's getting at here.
So this is what you see, right? And you can see that each string, as Joe just showed you, is all doing its job. Right? They're all equal distance. They all have 3 pounds of force. So if maybe this is a joint with 6 muscles around it. Right? And that equals 18. The brain knows that we need 18 pounds of force to keep this upright. With what happens when we play a baseball game and throw too much one day, we get a little sore. We might actually get some inflammation. So that 3 is not really doing its job like it could. So it goes to a 1. 2 things immediately are going to happen in this tent pole. What do you think one of them might be? It's going to compensate. It's going to have to pick up. We need 18 pounds. So these 3s just went to a 4. So if they went to a 4, right, they had 3, but now they have 4 pounds of force. They have more tension on it, don't they? Okay, so now they actually have more tension, right? Also, if this is a 1, it's actually going to lean away. These are going to, what we call, on this top part, has a mechanical advantage. Because this isn't doing its job. So we call this top part has that mechanical advantage, and guess what happens? If it has a mechanical advantage, this whole joint is off. So now it's leaning this way. So not only does it have 4 pounds of tension, it's actually not even where it needs to be. So now we have a symptom of tightness. What are we going to do?
Stretch.
We tell it right now to stretch, which actually is shortening or elongating. So we tell it to stretch, so that's what we're thinking, telling our body to do is stretch it more. We keep doing it. Now we actually just telling the muscle to work harder because all it knows how to do to contract. That's what we want to do. We want to find out what's not doing its job. That's what we're going to talk about. That's what we're going to get after. Because are you chasing a symptom? Right? You have a symptom right here. How many people went to get a massage before? Right? What are you going to do? You're going to massage that stuff out. Yeah, just massage it. You might still be chasing a symptom. Right? So that's what we want to do. We want to find what's going on. We want to see what's happening. We want to get your body stability. That's what we want because everyone wants that. Wants this. So as I continue to write, what did you want to do? You were feeling tight, so you want the mobility? No. We got to assess, we got to see what's going on. And that's what we want to do. We want to see what's happening. And because what happens is if this is off, this tent pole is off somewhere else, at the hip, at the knee, at the foot. So everything matters. And that's what we do, and that's what we want to do here.